2016 NAIA Baseball National Championship Opening Round Selection Show. I'm your host, Alan Grossbach, alongside Chad Waller, coming to you from the NAIA headquarters in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. During the show, Chad and I will present the 45 teams and pairings for the National Championship Opening Rounds, and those games will be played out May 17th through the 20th at various host sites across the country. The format is a 5-team double elimination tournament, which with each of the 9 opening round champions joining host Lewis Clark State at the 60th annual A-Vista NAIA Baseball World Series at Harris Field in Lewiston, Idaho. The Baseball World Series is always a tremendous event, with 2016 acting as the 25th time that Lewis Clark State has hosted. This year's World Series is scheduled for May 27th through June 3rd.
Now we are almost ready to unveil the National Championship opening round brackets. But before we do that, let's quickly explain how NAIA teams qualify for this event. There are 2 ways to make the championship field. Teams can automatically qualify as a conference regular season champion, tournament champion, or tournament runner-up, depending on the conference. Leagues with 10 or more schools receive 2 automatic berths, while conferences with less get 1. The other qualification method is by receiving an at-large berth. These are decided by the NAIA Baseball National Selection Committee. This committee consists of representatives from each of the 5 geographic areas, 3 at-large members, the NAIA ABCA president, and a rep from the National Administrative Council's Rules and Ratings Committee. This group has been compiling information and evaluating teams all season with the hopes of selecting and seeding the best 45 teams. Something else to mention is that each opening round has a bracket name that refers to the host location, with the exception of one.
Now that you know how teams qualify, let's jump into it, and starting off with the Falcon Bracket, which is hosted by Faulkner University in Montgomery, Alabama. The 5th seed in the Falcon Bracket is Texas A&M Texarkana. They received an automatic berth after finishing 3rd in the unaffiliated group consisting of the AII and the GCAC. They'll square off against 4th-seeded Central Methodist, Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament champion, in the first game of the Falcon Bracket. Our 2-3 matchup features the 3rd seed, Texas Wesleyan, an at-large out of the Sooner Athletic Conference, against number 2 Vanguard, an at-large out of the Golden State Athletic Conference. Awaiting the winner of the 4-5 game is our top seed and host school, Faulkner University. They received an automatic berth to the championship field after winning the Southern States Athletic Conference tournament title in a win against Auburn Montgomery. This is the Faulkner Bracket.
Now let's move into the Grand Rapids Bracket, as we see host institution Davenport University hosting this bracket. In the first game, the 5-4 matchup, 5th-seeded St. Xavier University, the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference tournament champion, faces 4th-seeded Clark University, the unaffiliated group tournament runner-up out of the AII Gulf Coast. In the 2-3 matchup, we have host institution and 3rd-seeded Davenport University, an at-large berth facing 2nd-seeded York College, another at-large team. And we have top-seeded Bellevue University, the North Star Athletic Association regular season champion, awaiting the winner of the 5-4 matchup. This completes the Grand Rapids Bracket.
We turn our attention now to the Hutchinson Bracket, which is hosted by Tabor College and will take place at Hobart Detter Field in Hutchinson, Kansas. Our 5th seed in this opening round is Mayville State. They were the North Star Athletic Association, tournament runner-up. They will face off against the 4th-seeded Morningside College Mustangs, the Great Plains Athletic Conference tournament champion, in the first game of this opening round. The 2-3 matchup features the 3-seed Wayland Baptist, an at-large out of the Sooner Athletic Conference, against host school and number 2-seed Tabor, the KCAC regular season champion. Our number 1 seed in the Hutchinson Bracket, who awaits the winner of the 4-5 game, is Science and Arts out of Oklahoma, the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament champion. This is the Hutchinson Bracket.
Now let's take a look at the Jamestown Bracket, hosted by Jamestown University. In game number 1, 5th-seeded Avila University, the Heart of America Athletic Conference regular season champion, will face 4th-seeded Midland University, the Great Plains Athletic Conference regular season champion. In the 3-2 matchup, we have host institution Jamestown, an at-large berth, facing 2nd-seeded Missouri Baptist University, American Midwest Conference tournament runner-up. And top-seeded Sterling, out of Kansas, the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference tournament champion, awaits the 5-4 winner. This completes the Jamestown Bracket.
Looking now at the Kingsport Bracket, which is hosted by the Kingsport, CVB, and the Appalachian Athletic Conference, we started with the 4-5 matchup. And our number 5 5 seed Rio Grande, the Kentucky Intercollegiate Tournament champion, will play the 4 seed Indiana Tech, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Tournament runner-up. Looking now at the 2-3 game, our 3 seed is St. Thomas. They're an at-large out of the Southern Conference, facing off against number 2 Middle Georgia State, an at-large out of the Southern States Athletic Conference. Our overall number 1 seed for this opening round is Tennessee Wesleyan, the Appalachian Athletic Conference regular season champion, and they will face off against the winner of Indiana Tech and Rio Grande. This is the Kingsport Bracket.
Now we unveil the Lawrenceville Bracket, hosted by Georgia Gwinnett College. We'll take a look at the 5-4 matchup as 5th-seeded the University of British Columbia. The NAI West Group regular season runner-up faces 4th-seeded Olivet Nazarene University, the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference regular season champion. In the 3-2 matchup, we have 3rd-seeded Lindsey Wilson earning an at-large berth, facing 2nd-seeded IU Southeast out of Indiana, which also received an at-large berth. Top-seeded and host institution Georgia Gwinnett earned a berth as the unaffiliated group tournament champion out of the AII Gulf Coast. Georgia Gwinnett will await the winner of the 5-4 matchup. This completes the Lawrenceville Bracket.
Looking now at the Montgomery Bracket, hosted by Auburn University at Montgomery. The number 5 seed in this bracket is Indiana Wesleyan. They were the Crossroads League tournament co-champions. They'll face off against the 4 seed LSU Shreveport, the Red River Athletic Conference tournament champion. Our 2-3 game features the 3 seed Central Baptist, the American Midwest Conference tournament champion, against the number 2 seed Kaiser University, the Sun Conference tournament champion. The overall number 1 seed in this bracket is Auburn Montgomery. They were the Southern States Athletic Conference tournament runner-up, and they await the winner of LSU Shreveport and Indiana Wesleyan. This is the Montgomery Bracket. Looking now at the Santa Barbara Bracket, hosted by Westmont College. In the 4-5 game, we have the 5th seed College of Idaho. They were the NAI West Group runner-up against the 4th seed William Carey, an at-large of the Southern States Athletic Conference. 2-3 matchup features the 3 seed, the Masters College. They were the Golden State Athletic Conference tournament champion against the number 2 seed, Madonna University, Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference regular season champion and tournament champion. The number 1 seeded team in the Santa Barbara bracket is the host, Westmont College. They were an at-large out of the Golden State Athletic Conference, and they will play the winner of number 4, William Carey, and number 5, College of Idaho. This is the Santa Barbara bracket. Our 9th of 9 opening round brackets here in the NAI Baseball National Championship opening round is the Savannah Bracket, hosted by University of South Carolina, Beaufort. Number 5 seed in this opening round bracket is Point University, the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament runner-up. And they will play the 4 seed Taylor University, the Crossroads League regular season champion. 2-3 game features 3 seed Freed Hardeman University, an at-large out of the American Midwest Conference, against host USC Beaufort, an at-large out of the Sun Conference. The top-seeded team in the Savannah Bracket is Campbellsville University, the Mid-South Conference tournament champion, and they await the winner of the 4-5 game featuring Taylor and Point. This is the Savannah Bracket. That puts a wrap on today's show. But before we go, I want to let everyone know that the NAI World Series bracket will be announced on Saturday, May 21st, after all the opening rounds are completed. On behalf of everyone at the NAI, I want to congratulate the schools, players, and coaches on a great season. For more information on the NAI Baseball Championship, visit the National Championship page on NAI.org and follow along on our Twitter via our NAI_news account. I also want to take a quick second to thank our producer-director, Chris Pop, and my co-host, Chad Waller. Have a good evening.